Welcome to part 2 of Sonic Advance. And now we're gonna play as Kira the Hedgehog. I mean Amy Rose.
As me, oh my gosh.
Well, yeah,
Too true.
wait, is this Carnival Night Zone or is this
no,
that's
it's
or is it-
I think it's called Carnival Street Zone or whatever. I didn't read the name of the zone, so we'll find out when we reach Act 2.
Some
No, I was-
kind of generic carnival name that they always come up with, or casino name.
I was gonna ask if it was Carnival Night or that multiplayer stage from Sonic 3 that look,
On
you
an
know.
on an unrelated note to Sonic Advance, but still on the topic of Sonic in general, Kira, I remember during one of your live streams, you referenced this really infamous video, of this kid's, that says "Stop hating on Sonic," you know.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Yes.
about.
So,
That's-
yeah, I know, Sammy, classic Sonic fan. But here's the thing: the first time I've heard of that was when you brought it up, Kira. So,
No way.
yeah, yes way. So I remember the way you referenced it. The way you imitated him. You said Sonic 06, best Sonic game ever. Bleh! Like that's how you
Screaming.
Yeah, I know he was actually screaming, but with the way you imitated it, it sounded funnier than it actually is because it honestly sounded like he was. It sounded like he was actually throwing up rather than screaming, so that's why it sounded funnier.
That is so funny. I didn't realize that's how it sounded, but I think I was just trying to like exaggerate how he sounds. But
I
you know,
know.
the sound of throwing up also kind of is an
Wait,
accurate representation of that game. So
wait a minute. Wait, did they seriously use the sound clip from Sonic? I thought that was the sound clip from.
That's
I feel
not
like
a
that
sou-
shit.
It's not a sound clip. What you were hearing was the good old invincibility theme from Sonic the Hedgehog 1 because they brought it back for this game.
I think they should use. I think they should use that for Sonic Genesis.
Well, we don't talk about Sonic Genesis unless you're talking about the original Genesis games and not the infamous Game Boy Advance port.
Thank God I don't think. I mean, if I were to play that game, I'd only play it as an emulator and not and I wouldn't even bother getting like a physical copy of the game. I wouldn't.
Okay. Well, don't bother then. If you're gonna play Sonic 1, play the classics. But if you just want if you want a 2D Sonic game in general, I would still recommend Mania. But if you want something modern with 2D, I would recommend either the advanced
Sonic
games
Man-
or Sonic Rush, or heck, even
Mhm.
Sonic Colors if you want to count that as a 2D game.
right, yeah, even
Oh.
Generations if you consider the 3DS version too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of. By the way, kind of think of it. If I do play, I mean, if I get the 3DS version of Genesis, I would love to record it for a commentary because yes,
You mean Generations? You said Genesis, and I know you meant Generations.
yeah, I meant Generations, but yes, I'm able to actually record games from a 3DS. Unfortunately, it's a homebrew 3DS, and I'm only allowed to like record 3DS games, but not DS games. If I were to do that, then I can still do that via emulator.
I love Amy's expression when she gets the Chaos Emerald. She's just like, got it.
She's so sassy. She's like, I got this bitch. Oh, sorry.
I'd imagine Amy saying, "Thank you, Sonic.
Oh my
Now you marry me?
No way!
I thought
That's everything.
Oh, Casino Paradise. That's what it is.
Oh, Casino Paradise. Okay.
Paradise.
Oh, okay. See, that little twisty thing looks exactly like it got taken out of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And Carnival Night Zone, they had those.
Oh, now. Okay, now it's beginning to remind me of Casino Night from Sonic 2.
You don't say, Lucas. Casino Nights is the first casino level in the entire Sonic franchise.
I know.
And my least favorite one. Okay, no, that's a lie. Bingo Highway. Like, God, I hate Bingo Highway
I'm sorry,
from
Oh.
Sonic Heroes.
I'm sorry, but I love Bingo Highway from Sonic Heroes. I'm so
Yeah, it's
sorry.
either like you love it or you hate it. Like people either really love those levels or they're like me and they just like they dread it. I mean, as soon as I get to Bingo Highway, what's the first one? I know Bingo Highway's the second act. What's the first
Casino
act?
Park. Casino Park.
Casino Park. Yeah, as soon as I get there, I'm just like I freaking hate this. It's so I think it's because as a kid I used to get frustrated because when I would turn into a pinball, I'd always fall through the pinball stages, if that makes sense, and then die.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like I'm good at it now, but maybe it's just I have these flashbacks from my destroyed childhood.
You know,
Okay,
it's
maybe I
funny-
enjoy it because I'm good at it.
Probably.
You know, it's
I
funny
just don't
that
enjoy it because I'm bad at it.
it's funny that you mentioned Bingo Highway because I remember your reaction. I remember your reaction to when we did the Sonic Heroes commentary.
I know what you're gonna reference, Lucas. Basically.
Oh no, I don't know what he's gonna reference. I'm so confused.
I know what he has. Let me tell you. In the Heroes commentary, I said, "Hey, we're playing as your favorite team on my favorite stage. Are you happy?" And then you just simply say, "No."
I love how you said it though. I think
Now.
what you said was
yeah, like that.
Ow!
like that.
Never.
Like
Oh my god. Classic classic Kira sayings, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I speak before I think.
I think what you said. I think what you said was hey it said something like we're playing on my favorite stage with your favorite team. Are you happy? And then Gary said now.
Lucas, now you're
No,
just, now you're-
never.
now you're just repeating what we just said earlier. You know?
Because the story is
Sorry.
that good. It deserves repetition.
Exactly.
I know we're Lucas. I know we're autistic, but we shouldn't repeat things all the times. All the
Sorry.
time.
Oh dang. Feels bad, man.
I know.
But anyway, what was I trying to say earlier? Oh yeah, Kira, you can hate on Bingo Highway's level design all you want. I really don't care. But you gotta admit the soundtrack for Bingo Highway's pretty awesome.
No, yeah, it is like, it's super hype. Of course, all the music for Sonic Heroes is hype. Let's just be honest. But yeah, I will give it that. The bingo and the visuals are great. I love how it's I love how it's like I love the colors in it and everything, and I love how it's designed. I don't like falling through the bingo stage to my death. Is my only gripe.
I was at a
Or getting stuck as a pinball and not being able to like pinball push your way up the stage to like get on top of a platform. That kind of annoys me too.
Yeah, although that's way more apparent in Casino Park than it is in you know.
Yeah, in Bingo Highway.
That says he'll.
I know,
yeah.
Lucas. I read it.
That's he'll join.
So Amy Rose is actually really good for boss fights, mainly because of the reach she
Yeah,
has
her
with it.
hammer. Yeah, that's true. That makes her a little bit easier in boss fights, I think.
Yeah.
But you just have to remember to push that button. Like, it's not like you're just jumping and then you're a ball and you can attack. It's like you have to make sure you double push it.
Being somebody that always plays as Zero in the Mega Man X series, I actually do that all the time.
Oh, yeah, you're probably pro at Amy.
Yep. I like hacking
Yeah.
and slashing, so I can do swinging and smashing as well.
And you're one of the only few people who thinks Devil May Cry is better than
Better than Bayonetta, I
Yeah.
know. So,
See, that boss right there seems so easy because you can just hide in that corner.
yeah, you can just hide in the corner. Yeah. It's like you're playing a first-person shooter. It's like you're playing Overwatch as Genji, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're hiding in the corner and then, oh, sneak attack like a ninja and boom. Anyway, we get to play as
Oh no!
everyone's favorite
The enchilada.
everyone's favorite knucklehead, Knuckles the Echidna, and we're in Ice Mountain.
Shut up!
I didn't say he was an idiot.
I mean, he kind of is. He gets tricked. He got tricked by Dr. Robotnik, what, 3 times?
If
And
you
then
Oh,
each
yeah.
time he's like, what? I got tricked? How could I be so stupid?
yeah,
Every time.
but here's the funny thing. The way Knuckles is portrayed in Sonic Boom is basically the response to how most people saw modern Knuckles. They thought he was dumb, so, oh, you think he's dumb? Well, wait till you see what we do with him here, and they make Knuckles because, you know, modern Knuckles is a genius compared to Boom Knuckles, you know?
Yeah, no,
mean-
that's totally right.
I was gonna say that I think Boom Knuckles is actually more gullible.
Well, that's because Boom Knuckles actually lacks some IQ. Knuckles at least has a general idea of who a lot of these people are, and he knows, you know, basic logic. But it's just that he's gullible, mainly because, you know, he's been living on an island for so long and he doesn't really know that many people, so that could explain why he was so quick to be fooled with again when Dr. Eggman fooled him in Sonic 3, and yeah.
Oh, yes. I knew you were gonna add in the "oh no" sound effect.
Yeah.
Whenever it gets hit.
Yeah, in case you guys forgot, every time I play as Knuckles in a Sonic game and I get hit, I always like to insert the "oh no" sound clip from Sonic Adventure.
That is my favorite thing ever.
I did that too when I did a Sonic Adventure.
I know, and no, it's not, Kira. Your favorite thing ever is Amy Rose, and you know it.
Oh, how could I forget? I would never sacrifice my love for Amy for anything that has to do with Knuckles.
I'm sure.
Knuckles' worst boy.
And Kieran, and not to make you jealous not to make you jealous, but I know I'm getting off topic, but I've actually met both the English and Japanese voice actors of Knuckles.
Ah, wow, lucky. I have not met any Sonic voice actor except for Lisa Ortiz, who did Amy Rose during the 4Kids era.
Oh, you're so lucky. The only Sonic voice actor I met was Mike Pollock.
Oh, yeah, I would love to meet him though too, because I hear he's such a nice dude.
He really is. I've met him twice because he went to Sonic and Sega Fan Jam both last year
Twice.
and the year before then.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's also the same time I met T. Lopes, the composer of Sonic Mania.
Oh wow, that's a big name actually. That's a big guest to have.
Yeah, and I was honest.
Oh, but not that I'm trying to brag, but I think I win when it comes to meeting Sonic the Hedgehog people because I met Jun Sonoy.
I know. I remember. I remember.
Not to toot my own horn.
I know. In fact, I'm gonna insert a picture right here of Jun Sonoy holding your Pico Pico hammer.
Oh man, that's my favorite picture. And then the cool thing is when I saw him again after the concert, he like remembered me from last year, and I almost cried. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he remembered little old me. But yeah, I guess I might be ingrained in his mind now as that Amy Rose cosplayer from the United States.
I'm sure. In fact, from what I've seen in live streams, Jun Sonoy is actually not only a really nice guy, but I heard he has a really good sense of humor.
Yeah, he does. Him and his bandmates, I mean, they're all so chill and cool, and honestly, I think they might come back. They just loved MagFest. They loved like the fans and everyone, so I think they might try to come back. They do shows down in Tokyo here all the time, so I might try to go down and hit one of them up.
I hope if you do, and if you do, and I promise you anything. Would you be interested in recording a shout out for Jun Sonoy at some point?
Lucas.
I'm sorry.
She's a guest. She's a guest. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have to. Again.
That is, yeah.
I could do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me change the topic real quick. Since Kira, you mentioned the fact that you're living in Japan now.
Yeah.
You know Mega Man, right?
Yes.
Well, keep in mind that he's called Rockman in Japan.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I have a friend who he has a Mega Man shirt, and when he walks around Japan, people always come, even though it says Mega Man on the shirt, Japanese people always come up to him going, Rockman, sugoi desu.
Yeah, Rockman.
Yeah.
Or Rockman X, or Rockman Zero, you know?
Yeah, so like it's just really cool to see that. And there's just like a lot of cool Mega Man stuff around. Like you just see
I believe
Mega Man, like arcade stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so much bigger here than it is in the States. I mean, it's just not
I know, and
appreciated as much.
It makes me so jealous because the Mega Man X series, not so much classic, but definitely X, is my favorite video game franchises of all time. I love Mega Man X. In fact, the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, as well as the Rockman X Anniversary collections, for Japan, they've been recently announced, and I really can't wait to get my hands on them for both the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they were coming out with a Nintendo Switch one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Huh.
Yeah.
That's next on my video game buying list is hopefully a Nintendo Switch.
Awesome. Because I remember you making a video how you said that you're not really that interested in the Nintendo Switch, and now that it's popular, you're like, maybe I should get one because everyone's playing it now.
Yeah, I think it's just like the games just got me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
It's just the games that have been released have been. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
are you gonna die?
You got
Uh-oh.
drowned.
Ah, you died. Stupid
You
Knuckles.
drowned in Ice Mountain Zone!
But yeah, man, what was I saying? I don't even remember.
Something about the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, I mean, as soon as they announced the games that were coming out for it, like they have the Fate games, which is like the anime Fate. Like they're coming out with stuff that you never would dream coming out on the Wii or the Wii U. JRPGs, Disgaea, Disgaea 1 even, like they're like redoing it, or they're re-releasing it, like that's coming out on the Switch. And Monster Hunter is just like games that never would have seen the light of day on the Wii U or the Wii are getting it on the Switch now. It's like Nintendo's finally getting along with these third parties, and I'm really liking that. So I already have like a list of games that I want. So yeah, I take it back. The Switch is definitely going to be something I'm going to be really looking forward to, and probably going to play it way more than my Wii or Wii U put together.
Consider picking up the Mega Man X Legacy Collection if possible. They're really solid games, especially like I praise Mega Man X all the time, but when I usually praise the games, I don't praise it for X's gameplay. Even though I really do love X's gameplay, I mainly praise it for Zero's gameplay because I like hacking and slashing more than jumping and shooting.
Yeah, and it releasing on the Switch will be great because I've never actually had a chance to play every single one of those games through. So that'll just be a really convenient way to
Yeah.
play those. So I'm really excited. So is it just coming with like all the Mega Man X games, or like the original Mega Man and Mega Man X, or what?
The new Mega Man X collection is just going to be the Mega Man X series only. It's not going to include every Mega Man X game, but it is going to include the main 8. Well, selectively anyway, because the first collection's going to include the first 4 games, and the second collection's going to include the 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they're also going to be sold both separately and in a bundle. So yeah,
Ah,
they're going to be $20 for each collection, thus making the bundle $40.
I see.
Yeah, and I think you might like Mega Man X4, mainly because not only is it the game that introduced Zero as a full playable character, but it has anime cutscenes, so yeah.
And also
Right.
the most quoted line as Zero.
What am I fighting
What am I fighting for?
If you can't take the North American voice acting seriously, I don't blame you, because that's why I like to play it with the Japanese voice acting.
Hey, if I can take Sonic American voice acting, I can take anything, I think.
Okay, because be forewarned, Mega Man X's voice acting doesn't get good in English until Mega Man X8, which is unfortunately the last Mega Man X game released so
So you have to
far.
like painfully go through all of them just to get to good voice acting.
Oh.
Yeah, the most of the games and the aims are solid, but don't expect the voice acting to be good until Mega Man X8. So yeah, unless of course you're playing with the Japanese voice acting. But I digress.
Hmm.
We were getting way off topic. We were talking about Mega Man when we should have been talking about Sonic.
And that was the end of part 2.